Hi viewers, welcome to this session Management Accounting. I am Dr. M. Velavan, Faculty, School of Management, Sastra, deemed University. Today we are going to discuss marginal costing. Introduction. Marginal costing is a technique is used for taking management decision. Being a managerial person, we have to take some important decisions regarding business over a period of time. At the time of taking decisions, this technique help us to take appropriate decision. So it is a technique we have to use to take business decisions. So like own or lease, make or buy, shut down or continue, or will accept the foreign orders. So whenever we have to take a management decisions, we have to apply this technique. So definitely this technique will help us to take appropriate decisions. So marginal costing is helpful in determining the profitability of the products, department, processes and cost center. Meaning of marginal cost. So marginal cost is the additional cost of producing an additional unit of a product. So it is additional cost of producing. So suppose we plan to produce one additional unit. So how much we have to spend to produce a additional unit? The cost of the additional unit. Here the cost will be only the variable cost or only in marginal cost. So the marginal cost of an additional unit or the variable cost of an additional unit is called marginal cost. Or marginal cost is the total variable cost of one additional unit produced or one increased volume of output. So whenever the volume of output is increased, so definitely the marginal cost is also increased. So take for example, now we produced 100 units. The variable cost we spent per unit is 100. So how much total cost we spent for this total variable cost spent for this 1000 units? So here we spent 1 lakh because 1000 unit into rate per unit. So 1000 unit into rate per unit is 100. So we spent 1 lakh totally for producing this 1000 unit. This variable cost, this 1 lakh is called marginal cost. Now we decide to plan 100 units, 100 units in extra. So here the total variable cost is 1,10,000. So previously, later on we spent only 1 lakh because we produced 1000 units. Now we spent 1,10,000 because we produced 100 units. Here 100 in unit wise 100 is increased, in amount wise 10,000 is increased. So this 10,000 is called incremental cost. This 10,000 is called additional cost of a unit produced. This 10,000 is called variable cost. This 10,000 is called variable cost. Definition of marginal costing. Definition of marginal cost. According to ICMA, marginal cost is the amount at any given volume of output by which the aggregate cost are changed. So when the volume of output is increased, definitely the aggregate cost is also increased. If the volume of output is increased or decreased by 1 unit, when the volume of input is decreased, definitely the aggregate cost is also decreased. So it is calculated as follows. So total marginal cost that equal to prime cost plus total variable overheads. So what is prime cost? Prime cost is direct material, direct labor and direct overheads. See, the aggregate value of these 3 figures is called prime cost. So it is another format for computation of marginal cost. So total marginal cost that equal to total cost minus fixed cost. Here you take an example, the total cost of 100 unit produced is 1,20,000. The fixed cost is 20,000. So here the marginal cost is only 1 lakh. So this 1 lakh is marginal cost. So marginal cost that equal to total cost minus fixed cost. Definition of marginal costing. It is defined as the ascertainment of marginal cost and the effect of no profit of changes in volume or type of output by differentiating between the fixed and variable cost. The main process of the marginal cost is nothing but here we have to classify the total cost into two types. One is fixed cost, then variable cost. So the ascertainment of marginal cost and of the effect on profit of changes in volume or type of output by differentiating fixed and variable cost. So total cost can be divided into two, variable cost and fixed cost. So here the total variable cost is considered as a product cost. So under marginal costing technique or in marginal cost, only variable cost will be treated as a product cost. This is very, very important. Here we simply ignore the fixed cost. Then features of marginal costing. All costs are classified into two. One is fixed and variable. So what is fixed cost, what is variable cost, everything will be discussed in later. Only the variable cost, here already you know the marginal cost is known as variable cost, so is treated as the cost of the product. So here cost of product that equal to marginal cost. So already we discussed. The stock of finished goods and work in process are valued at marginal cost only, because the total cost that equal to marginal cost plus fixed cost. Here we use only marginal cost to find out the value of finished goods as well as work in progress. The finished cost charged against the contribution earned during the period. So it is charged against the contribution. So after deducting the fixed cost from the contribution, we will find out profit. So here profit that equal to contribution minus fixed cost. That's why here we mention clearly it is charged against the contribution earned during the period. The prices are based on marginal cost plus contribution, because the fixation of selling price is one of the core objectives of marginal cost technique. So here we fix the selling price. So the prices are based on the marginal cost plus contribution earned by each and every product or in a particular business. Contribution is the difference between selling price and variable cost. So what is contribution? Contribution that equal to sales minus variable cost, or contribution per unit that equal to selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. So everything is given in the problem. Simply you have to apply the formula, the contribution per unit as well as the total amount of contribution will arise. So the advantages claimed for managerial costing are: the technique is simple to understand and easy to operate fixed. It avoids the complexity of apportionment of fixed cost, which is really arbitrary. Here already we discussed the cost can be divided into two. One is fixed and variable cost. The variable cost only is considered as a product cost. Here there is no complexity for apportionment of these two costs, fixed as well as variables, because fixed is always constant, it is a period cost. It is also changed over a period of time, but variable cost is totally changed based on the output. So when the output is increased, the total variable cost or marginal cost is also increased. It is also avoids the carry forward of a portion of the current period's fixed overhead to the subsequent period. Here we cannot carry forward any portion of fixed overhead to the subsequent period. We cannot. Here we took the whole amount for the computation of profit. So it is charged against the contribution. As such, cost and profit are not violated, because here we cannot, fixed cost cannot affect the profit, it is charged against the contribution. Cost comparison become more meaningful because here we have to compare the relationship between fixed cost as well as variable cost, total cost and etc. The technique provides useful data for managerial decision making. So, what is marginal costing? It is a technique used for to take or taking the management decision making or managerial decision making. So, being a manager, being an executive, you have to take some important decisions in a relevant period at right time. This is very, very important. So, this technique provides help to us to make the decision in correct way. There is no problem of over or under absorption overheads here. There is no problem at all because we have a under absorption overhead or over absorption can be adjusted automatically against the cost of production. The impact of profit on sale fluctuations are clearly shown under marginal costing. So, in this cost the change, fluctuation of change are clearly mentioned or clearly shown in the record, because when the output is increased, definitely the profit is increased, contribution is increased. So, all items here, everything will be displaced, everything will be displayed clearly. There is no problem at all for fluctuation or in between profit or sale. The technique can be used along with the other techniques such as budgetary control and standard costing. So, there are n number of techniques to measure the profitability of the business. So, here marginal costing is one among the technique, that is all. The other techniques are the budgetary control and standard costing. In budgetary control, we estimate the output or sales in future. So, under this technique we are going to estimate the future production, future estimated production, estimated sales, estimated overhead, etc. In standard costing technique we are going to find out the actual as well as standard cost, actual cost. If standard cost exceed the actual cost or decrease the actual cost, is it favor to us or not, everything will be calculated. So, it establishes a clear relationship between cost, sales and volume of output and break-even analysis. So, this technique establishes the clear relationship between cost, sales and volume of output and break-even analysis. So, here cost, sales and volume, these are all the interrelated components. When, because sales is based on cost, then volume is based on the cost, volume is based on sales, then profit is based on cost and sales. Then also we have to find out break-even analysis. So, break-even analysis is very, very important. This is a point of no profit, no loss. So, when the total revenue touch the total cost. So, when the total revenue touch the total cost, now we are in safe. So, up to the total revenue touch the cost, we cannot earn any profit. So, when the total revenue or sales exceed or beyond the total cost, we have in safe, we have some profit, we are in safe. It shows the relative contributions to profit which are made by each of a number of product and shows where the sales effort should be concentrated. So, here we give unit cost as well as total, we give number of unit produced as well as total volume. Stock of finished goods and work in process are valued at marginal cost, which is uniform. This is very, very important. Under marginal costing technique, the value of closing stock and work in process is valued at only marginal cost or variable cost. Here we cannot consider the fixed cost. Here the fixed cost is fully ignored. Limitations of marginal costing. Segregation of cost into fixed and variable elements involve considerable technical difficulty, because cost in here we divided the cost into two, fixed and variable. Variable cost is a product cost, the fixed cost is adjusted against the contribution. The linear relationship between output and variable cost may not be true at different level of activity. It's in reality neither the fixed cost remain constant nor the variable cost vary in proportionate to the level of output. What is fixed cost? Fixed cost is a constant, it is constant, it is a fixed over a period of time. But variable cost, it is vary in the proportionate volume of output, with the proportionate volume of output. When the volume of output is increased, definitely variable cost is increased. Here the characteristics of the variable cost is the per unit is remain constant, but total is always vary. This is the characteristics of variable cost. The value of stock cannot be accepted by taxation authorities since it deflates profit, it increases the profit, because in financial accounting what is the method of valuation of stock? In method of valuation of stock is the market price, the cost price or market price, whichever is lower. This method is accepted by the taxation authority. So whenever we file the income tax return, whenever we show or submit our financial records to the income tax authorities, we have to calculate, we have to measure the value of stock only based on that type, that formula. But here we calculate the value of stock and work in progress on or at marginal cost. So this technique, this valuation method cannot be accepted by the taxation authority. These techniques cannot be applied in the case of contract costing. In contract costing, the marginal cost technique is not applied because it's a large area, and also in contract we have invested huge amount for a long period. This technique also cannot be used in the case of cost plus contract unless fixed cost and profit are considered. So these are all the limitations of the marginal cost system. Work in progress will always be high because contract cost is a large assignment, is a large type of cost. Here we invested huge amount, so this technique cannot be applied for contract costing. This technique also cannot be used in the case of cost plus contract unless the fixed cost and profit are considered. Pricing decision cannot be based on contribution alone. The elimination of fixed cost rendered cost comparison of job difficult. Here we cannot compare the cost between the job easily. The distinction between fixed and variable cost hold good only in the short run. In the long run, however, all costs are variable. Here you have to know one important thing: all costs are variable. There is no fixed cost for a long period, but fixed cost is a period cost, it is fixed for a short duration. So in general all costs are variable. With the increased use of automatic machinery, the proportion of fixed cost increases. A system which ignores fixed cost therefore less effective. The technique need not be considered to be unique from the point of cost of control. The important components. So here we are going to discuss some important components of marginal cost technique. Number one, fixed cost. So what is meant by fixed cost? The expenses that do not vary with volume of production are known as fixed cost. These expenses do not vary with volume of output. When the volume of output is increased, the fixed cost cannot be increased. When the volume of output is increased, the fixed cost cannot increase. When sales is increased, the fixed cost cannot increase. Example: manager salary, rent and taxes, insurance. So these are all the expenses for fixed cost. It should be noted that fixed charges are fixed only within the certain range of the plant capacity. This is very, very important. So expenses that do not vary with volume of production are known as fixed expenses. The examples are manager salary, rent and taxes, then insurance, etc. It should be noted that fixed charges are fixed only within the certain range of the plant capacity. The characteristics of fixed cost. The fixed cost per unit is not fixed, it is always vary. How can we say it is not fixed, it is vary? Take for example, now you produced 1000 units, the fixed cost that equal to 10,000. So, the cost per unit is 10. Suppose now you produce 2000 unit, the cost per unit is 5. So, when the volume of output is increased, the fixed cost is also decreased. When the volume of output is decreased, the fixed cost is also increased. So, it is always vary, the per unit cost it is always vary, but the total is constant. Here the total is constant. So, fixed cost per unit is not fixed, it is always vary, but total is constant, fixed. In simple, you have to keep in your mind, total in fixed cost, total is constant, per unit cost is vary. So, this is the example. Variable cost, expenses that vary almost in direct proportionate to the volume of production or sales. This is very important. Expenses that vary almost in direct proportion. Take for example, here the per unit cost of per unit variable cost is always constant. Take for example, this is unit, this is variable cost, I mean per unit variable cost, here this is total or output. So, now you buy one notebook, the cost of the notebook is 10, the total cost is 10. Now, you buy two notebooks, the cost per notebook is 10, the output is 20. In previous case you paid 10 rupee, here you have to pay 20 rupee, because here the output is increased. Now you buy 5 notebooks, the cost per unit is 10, I mean variable cost per unit is 10, so here you have to buy to pay 50 rupees. Now you buy 100, 10, now you paid 1000 rupees. So, this is the direct proportionate of volume of output. This is the direct proportionate volume of output. So, the examples of variable cost are electric power and fuel, packing material, consumable stores, etc. The characteristics of variable cost is the per unit cost is always fixed. The per unit cost is always fixed, total is vary. Here the total is vary. So, this is called variable cost. Contribution. Contribution is the difference between sales and variable cost, and it contributes towards fixed cost and profit. So, contribution is the difference between sales and variable cost. Very simple, because both figures will be given in the problem. So, first you prepare one marginal cost statement. How can we prepare? How we can prepare the marginal cost statement? You start with sales less variable cost or marginal cost. This is contribution. Then you deduct fixed cost. This is profit. So, this is called marginal cost statement. Here the difference between sales and contribution, the difference between sales and contribution. Take for example, sales 1 lakh, variable cost 60,000, so the contribution is 40,000. So, here we calculate contribution, that is all. So, contribution is the difference between sales and variable cost, and it contributes towards fixed cost and profit, because this 40,000 is the combination of fixed cost and profit. This combination, this 40,000 is the combination of fixed cost and profit. That is why here we mention towards fixed cost and profit. It is calculated as follows: contribution, that equal to sales minus variable cost, sales minus variable cost. or it is also calculated like fixed cost plus profit. So this is the statement. When you start with the beginning from sales, you can use formula number 1. When you start with the bottom, I mean from profit, you can use the second formula. It is also C that equal to S minus V, C that equal to FC. It is in words, this is in letter, that's all. What is the usage? It helps in sales and pricing policies and measuring the profitability of the different proposals. Usually in business we have different proposals, proposal 1, proposal 2, proposal 3. So we have to use this technique for estimated sales, pricing policies, and also measuring the profitability of the different proposals. Preparation of marginal cost statement. The marginal cost statement is prepared as follows. So this is a statement, this is a formula for preparation of marginal cost statement. It has 3 columns, this is particulars, rupees, rupees, inner column, outer column. So whenever the subdivision of informations are given, it should be entered in the inner column. Then finally you will take the aggregate value of the outer side column. So start with sales, less variable cost is nothing but marginal cost. Sometimes they give variable cost rupees 1 lakh, sometimes they will give the bifurcation of 1,50,000, direct material, direct labor and direct overheads. When they give directly, you take directly. When they will give the bifurcated figure, you take the aggregate value, then you calculate the aggregate value, then you will take, that's all. So less variable cost, material, labor, overheads, these are the direct variable cost. Then the difference between sales and total variable cost is called contribution, then less fixed cost, so finally it gives profit. So this is marginal cost statement. Now we are going to calculate or prepare a marginal cost statement for a multiple product. Previously we discussed to find out or prepare a marginal cost statement in common. Here we are going to prepare a marginal cost statement for a multiple products or multiple proposals or multiple units. Here suppose we have a sales of 3 unit, I mean sale of product A, sale of product B and sale of product C. So we take the sales for all the 3 products, less marginal cost, less marginal cost. So you know the difference between sales and marginal cost is contribution. Then you take the aggregate value of contribution for all the 3 products, then finally you deduct the fixed cost, then the answer is profit. Here you cannot calculate the profit for each and every proposals or unit, because up to the contribution the ideology is common. Here the marginal cost is a product cost, so the contribution is the common way of calculation. So first you calculate the contribution, then you deduct the fixed cost, the profit will arise. Now we solve 1 or 2 problems for our clear understanding. Prepare marginal cost statement from the following particulars. Here they have given variable cost, fixed cost, total cost, profit, then sales. There are 5 informations are given in as usual way. Based on these informations are given the problem, you have to prepare marginal cost statement. So already you know the way of preparation of marginal cost statement. The marginal cost statement start with sales, less variable cost, the difference between sales and variable cost, that is equal to contribution, less fixed cost. This is profit. So simply you have to apply this formula, the answer will come. But you have to reshuffle the information based on the formula, the answer will come. So you take sales first, less variable cost in second one, then the resultant figure is contribution, then you deduct fixed cost, the answer is 5250. The answer alone is given the problem, is also given the problem. You have to use, this is an answer, particulars rupees, sales 15,000, variable cost 8,500, contribution 6,500, fixed cost 1,250, the profit is 5,250. So already we discussed. So sales 15,000, variable cost 8,500, contribution is 6,500, the fixed cost 1,250, the profit is 5,250. Determine the amount of fixed expense. அந்த இது ஒரு கால் வந்துருச்சு அது சரி இல்ல வேணாம். Determine the amount of fixed expenses from the following particulars: sales, direct materials, direct labor, variable overhead, profit. So these are all the informations are given. So as usual way you have to prepare one marginal cost statement, but here they ask you to find out fixed expenses. Usually they will not give all information to find out or to prepare a marginal cost statement. Sometimes they will give, sometimes may not be, they will not be given. So when they will give some information along with one missing information, say ask you have to find out the missing information. Here sales is given, direct material, direct labor, variable overheads, these are all the variable cost. Profit is given. What is the missing figure here? Fixed cost. So here fixed cost is not given. So you have to find out fixed cost with the help of the given information. It is very simple. Already you know the formula. Simply you write the formula, enter the available figure in the appropriate place, then again you have to sum up the figures already you have written. So definitely you have to find out the missing figure, fixed cost. So sales is 2,50,000, variable cost 150, so contribution is 1,50,000. The difference between 250 and 150 is 1 lakh. Less fixed cost, it is not given, so will give blank. Then profit, you write the given figure, then here you will take the difference between these two. So this is the answer, 40,000. So fixed cost is the answer of this problem. Absorption costing. Meaning of absorption costing. Absorption costing is also known as full costing. Full costing means fixed cost plus variable cost. Here we consider the full cost as a product cost. It is conventional technique of ascertaining cost. It is a practice of charging all costs, both variable and fixed, to operations and processes and products. So whenever we calculate the cost of product of a business, we consider both fixed as well as variable cost here. It is the oldest and widely used technique of ascertaining cost. The two distinguishing features of absorption costing are that fixed factory expenses are included in unit cost and inventory value. So this is the format, this is a way of calculation of income and preparation of income statement under absorption costing. So here we start with sales, less cost of production, less value of closing stock, add value of opening stock, add or less under or over absorption, then finally you will get gross profit, then deduct administrative expenses, so finally you will get the profit. So this is the standard format for profit under ascertainment under absorption costing. This is a problem. Following data relate to XYZ company normal capacity 40,000 units per month, variable cost per unit 6, actual production 44,000 units, sales 40,000 units. So here we have a closing stock, but this closing stock will be valued at total cost or cost of production. The fixed manufacturing overheads 1 lakh per month, the other fixed expenses 2,40,000 per month. So this is an answer. You start with sales 6 lakh less the cost of manufacturing or cost of goods sold, the variable cost 6 per unit. We produce 44,000 units, so total 2,64,000. The fixed manufacturing overhead per unit 250, already we produce 44,000, so 1,10,000 less closing stock. So the closing stock is 4,000 units. This is valued at total cost, fixed as well as variable 3,74,000. So this 3,74,000 is for 44,000, what for 4,000, so 34,000 less over absorption of fixed overhead 10,000. So this is gross profit less other fixed expenses 2,40,000. So this is net income. Thank you very much for your patient listening. The next session will be continued later. Thank you.